Assalamu alaikum, Bokai. Welcome back to the Jollof Football Bantamai YouTube channel. This is your boy Chama, guys, and this is the first video we are recording in 2024, guys. Thank you, guys, for supporting us, the Jollof Football Bantaba, our content throughout 2023, and hopefully, we hope you will continue to support us in 2024, guys. This is the first video we are recording, and it's the 2nd of January, guys. 2nd of January happens to be my birthday as well, and the first video I'm recording in 2024 happens to fall on my birthday, guys. So I will ask you guys a little favor. If you are watching this video, please consider liking the video, and please leave a comment as my birthday present, guys. I know you guys are the best in terms of support. You have supported us all throughout the year, so please, I'm asking for that little favor, guys. This is the first video. Like I say, guys, it's been a while since I recorded the weekend recap videos and stuff like that. So we are back, guys, and we are ready to go in 2024. Like we all know, in Europe, most of the leagues have taken a break. Even the Gambia Football League, GFF League, took a break this weekend. That's why we don't have the GFF League recap. So most leagues have taken a festive break during this time. The only leagues that kept on going is, of course, the English people. Football never stops in England, like we say. They like the festive period and stuff like that. So still, we have some Gambian players playing in England, in League Championship, in the League One, in League Two. So we have some updates to give, guys. But also, it is the end. We just ended December, and there were some nominees for Player of the Month in December, which of course we presented to you guys on our socials. You guys voted, and then we took your votes and then decide who was the winner based on the number of votes a particular player have. So we will show you the contenders for the player of the month, their achievement during the month, as well as we will reveal the winner of the player of the month, guys. So please stay tuned, guys. Yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get into it straight away, man. Let's get into it. 2024, let's go. We started with the player of the month of December. We had 4 nominees: Omar Koli, captain, Ali Fadera, Jacob Mendy, and Noha Sonko. These were the 4 players that we nominated. Omar Koli, he scored a couple of good goals for his club Besiktas in 2024. He played 4 games during that period. Even though his club were having some struggles in terms of some issues were happening between senior players and their board and stuff like that. Some players you can even saw recently that their defender Eric Bay, a former Manchester United player, he left the club and moved back to Villarreal because some of these senior players were sidelined. Abubakar Vincent Abuwa, it's been a while since we see him playing for the club and stuff like that. So there was other senior players that had some issues, and this kind of reflected in their performance on the pitch. Omar Koli, however, was one of their bright lights during that period. He helped them score 2 goals. The Scorpions captain, he played 4 games, and then even though the club was struggling, he was there. He was one of those players that when things were hard, he was the one who went to the fans to apologize for the bad performance from the club and all those kind of things. He has been really good for them, but someday football is a team thing. So what happens, the whole team kind of reflect on everybody. But still, he can hold his head up high about regarding his performance over that particular period. That's why we nominated him for Player of the Month. He scored 2 goals, like I say. He is now the leading goal scorer for Besiktas in the league with 5 goals, which is amazing. He scored 6 goals so far in all competition for them. So at this half stage of the season, he has already 12 goals, like 6 goals during this period. Yeah, which like some strikers don't even have those numbers. If you look at his club, he's the leading goal scorer. So it means the strikers don't have those numbers in the league. I mean, Abubakar has scored a lot of goals in the Europa Conference and all those kind of things. So that's why we had Omar Koli there. Aliou Fadera, for me personally, he was the best Gambian player during the month of December. He was exceptional for his club. He played 6 games for Genk since returning to Genk from the World Cup qualifier with the Scorpions. He has been a different player. The coach has shown more trust in him, starting him in every single game except one game, which was a cup game, and you can argue that was a rest. The coach had to give him a rest. He played 6 games in December. That's a lot of games already. December, of course, 4 or 5 weeks. You play in 6 games. That's a lot. So, and he started 6, like I say. help his club to progress to the European Conference knockout stages, and also he scored a couple of goals, created one assist, won two penalties. Also, in a sense, he had 5 goals involvement. He was involved in 5 of the goals they scored during this month. In their last 2 games, he scored his back-to-back goals, and now he's coming into the national team camp in Saudi Arabia in high spirit. Hopefully, he can bring his club form into for the national team going into the African Cup of Nations. He has been one of the exceptional players for the Gambia, and one of the exceptional Gambian players during this month in terms of performance, in terms of results. His club, we are getting the results as well. So for me personally, if I was voting, which I'm also entitled to, it was gonna be to Aliou Fadera instead. Nuha Sonko son back. I think we tend to underestimate how consistent this guy is. He's a really good player, and he has been one of the most consistent Gambian players along with Ebu Toure at club level. He is always consistent, always giving about 70% plus, and his clubs are always are always winning games. Like in the month of December, they played 4 games, 4 games for Ludogorets. They played 2 in the European Conference, 2 in the league, and he was involved in those 4 games. The club won every single game of every single one of them. He started in every single game, played 90 minutes in all 4 games. They kept 3 clean sheets in the process. So yeah, that was exceptional for him. Even though it's not all about goals, assists, and stuff like that. Sometimes you look at the player and what his role is in the team, and then how well he did, how well he excelled in that particular role. And if you look at Nuha Sonko Sonbak, 4 games, 3 clean sheets, 4 wins, 1 goal conceded in 4 games. Yes, the goalkeeper, the defender, the fullbacks, the defensive midfielder, all these players, have a part to play in that. But usually when we talk about defense, the first point of reference is the defenders, and he's one of those. He's half of that defense in center back area, and he was a regular in that team. That's why we nominated him as one of the player of the month for December. And then finally, you have Jacob Mendy. He was similar to Aliou Fadera when he came to the international scene, when he made his debut for the national team, had an exceptional game in that one, returned to his club. He has been a beast. He has been in exceptional form, almost starting every single game. In the month of December, he started 5 games. His club won 4 of those games and kept 3 clean sheets. He was playing left wing back, right wing back, wherever the coach wanted him. The coach used him there. That is how versatile he is. Even though he did not have any attacking result, we all know like he's very good potent when it comes to his attacking input, like creating chances. His crossing is really good. Sometimes he scores goals for himself. I believe he has 6 assists and 2 goals already in the league, in League 2 so far as a defender. That's exceptional. So, but in the month of December, it was all about good defending, helping his club to keep 3 clean sheets, and then keep pushing for that, automatic promotion into League 1. If you look at them right now, they are second in the league. They are third in the league, rather, just 2 points behind Stockport County, Ibutere Stockport County, who are at the top of the league. But Wrexham have a game in hand, and Jacob Mendy is a big part of that. He's a huge part of their performance in December. That's why we nominated him. And guys, like we always do, we send it back to you guys. We put it in our socials. We open polls for you guys to vote, and then we count all the votes. So I would like to, thank everybody who took their time to just make that click, and then, post a vote, because this is how we want it. We want as many votes as possible. The more votes you have, the better reflection of the voting, So when we counted the vote, we counted on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. We counted every single comment. If you did not vote by clicking the poll, you commented. We counted every single vote of them. And guys, you said your winner is Omar Colley, Captain Omar Colley. Yes, I would say I don't agree with that. I agree he was a nominee because there was not a lot of nominees. I was even skeptical of adding him into the nominations. But because there were not a lot of options, and he scored a couple of goals, and I know people tend to be swayed by goals. Goals is like almost everything in terms of when it comes to thinking who is the best player. And I think this is the nature of football as a whole. If we are looking at best player in the world, we always consider the first thing, the amount of goals that they score, who scored the most goals. These are the first point of reference. But sometimes I think it kind of overshadowed the overall idea of what is the best. I think sometimes you should also give love to the defenders, to the goalkeepers, and all those kind of things. And in December, like I say, there were defenders doing really well. Jacob Mendy and Noah Sonko, they were very good. They did not score the goals, they did not assist the goals, but they were defending well. Their teams were winning. Because if you look at Omar Colley, yes, he is the player of the month, and I will talk about him. He was exceptional, for his club. It was a bad month for his club, but he was the shining light for that club. They won only one game. In the games he played 4 games. They won one game, and then they lost a couple of them. They drew the other one. Kohli did score a couple of goals during that period, but is that enough? Well, that's what you guys say is enough. And Omar Kohli is going to be the player of the month. I will make the post very soon. And that's going to be the Jollof Football, because we do it with you guys, you, our listeners. We do it with you guys and then decide who is the player of the month. And that is Omar Kohli, 4 games. But he was the player of the month for August. And that was fully deserved, I think. I think this is the first time I started doing this that I kind of disagree with the votes. But at the end of the day, the votes will take precedence, and I will take a back seat, and that is how it is gonna be, guys. So that was it, Omar Kohli. Congratulations, Captain Omar Kohli. Hopefully, you will bring this goal scoring form for the national team, and hopefully improve the defending part of the game. How Sonko bring that defensive solidity and that defensive form that he's having at club, and every other player bring the form that they have. Aliou Fayera bring this form as well to the national team, and hopefully this will propel the national team into better things ahead of the African Cup of Nations, which of course is not looking very, very exciting because of the level of preparation from the country. But if Gambia, like once the ball is in the middle of the center pitch, everybody forget everything, and then we just go all the way with our boys, support them, and then give them everything that they want. I hope the authorities could do better, and then to level up with in terms of meeting meeting the level of preparation that these boys deserve, because they are not giving it to them. I'm just urging the Gambia football authorities to be more to do better. That is the way I can say it, guys. And that was it for the player of the month nominees. And now next, let's move into the leagues this weekend. We started in England in the Championship. Like I say, England football never stopped. They played in midweek, like they played on Friday, and teams were playing on Monday again. Especially in the Championship, in the League One, it is absolutely brutal, guys. In the Championship, they play on Friday. Ivo Adams, he was, his club played Cardiff, played a game against Leicester. They lost that one on Friday, and then on Monday they are back in it again. They played this time against QPR. They won the game 2-1, and that's gonna be the final game for Ivo Adams, of course, before he jets off to Saudi Arabia to join the training camp. I would like to think that he is in that training camp, because of course our federation are yet to announce the squad that is going to be in the African Cup of Nations. But they just really released some pictures, and we can kind of guess which players are going to be there. And Ivo Adams, I think if somebody was guessing, you will guess that he will be in that squad. So I hope he has not had a lot of minutes. He played against QPR yesterday. They lost the game. They won the game 2-1. He came on in the second half in the final 5 minutes, and then got himself a booking and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully he can regain his form back when he go back to the international scene. I'm not so optimistic about him, because for him, like I always say, I believe he's a player, he's an athlete, and he needs to be playing regularly to be at his best. I think that is general for all footballers, but for him particularly, it's quite important that he is playing regularly, because he uses his legs a lot, he runs a lot on the pitch. But you never know, maybe he's a horse and he can do it regardless, and hopefully that would be the case. Next in League One, Sekou Jane, he was also involved with Cambridge over on Friday. They played as well, but he was an unused sub. This time they played against again, and they lost the game 2-0. Sekou Jane played about 81 minutes of that game. We moved to League 2. Swindon Seydou Khan, he was involved again, played back-to-back games on Friday he played, and on Monday he played as well. They won 1, they lost 1. They won against Forest Green Rovers, and then they lost their games against Crawley Town. And then you go to League 2, Doncaster. We starting with already I'm in League 2, Swindon. We go to Doncaster Rovers. Doncaster Rovers, they drew away to to Mansfield on Friday, and then they won their game against MK Dons. Our boy Mo Fall, the young striker who was having an exceptional month in November and October, he's finding it very difficult in December. He has not scored in the last 7 games, which is a very difficult, like a very long barren spell of not scoring goals. Yesterday he played. He was rated very well on Footmob and even on Flasco. So yes, maybe just the goals are not coming, but hopefully he will find that scoring boots again soon. And then next we move to Stockport County. Ibu Ture. I believe this is going to be also his final game. His team has been struggling of late. They have not won in the last 3 league games that they play. On Friday they drew against Mansfield. On Friday they drew, and then on Monday they lost to against Mansfield. That is Mansfield. They are second in the league, with a couple of games in hand over them, and just 2 points behind them. So Stockport have been leading the League Two for a very long time with a very good decent gap. But with these 3 games where they have failed to win, they have given chance to other teams to come in. Another team that is coming in very close on them is Wrexham, even though they lost their game on Friday. But they were back to winning ways on Monday rather. They won the game, and now they are just 2 points behind Stockport in third place. Mansfield they are level on points with Mansfield, but they have played 1 game more than Mansfield. And finally we move to Saudi Arabia. Musa Barrow, on Saturday he was in action with Al Tawoun against Al Nassr, before the Saudi also take a break in their league. Musa Barrow, he was in action against Mane. We all saw the photos after the game when he exchanged jerseys with Mane. They lost the game 4-1, and it was Musa's pass that led to Al Tawoun opening the score, and they scored the first goal of the game before Al Nassr turned that game around and then win 4-1. In the end, Musa, exchanged jerseys with Mane. Like I said, there was the 1.0 Senegambia derby 1.0. Hopefully, 2.0, which will be about 2 weeks away from now, Gambia versus Senegal. Hopefully, we will take that one. Let them have the one in Saudi, and then we will take the one in Ivory Coast. That is fair deal, guys. Yeah. So that's how I said. But anyways, guys, that was it for the weekend recap. Not a lot of games, guys. Like I say, most of the leagues are on break now. The only football league that keeps on going is the English league. They never stop. These people, they keep playing all the time. So yeah, that's where we had the update on. And then the player of the month, guys. You saw the voting. So that is it. Omar Koli, captain, congratulations for being the Jollof Football Bantaba player of the month for December. Also, he was the player of the month for August. So, with the first player, I think he's the first player to get the 2 player of the months in the same season from the Jollof Football Bantaba. So, congratulations to him on that, guys. This is the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel, the home of Gambian football. If you enjoyed that video, please consider, like I say, giving us a like. And as I say, it's my birthday today. I would like a birthday present from you guys, and I'm not asking for much. Just leave a comment on the video if you enjoy it, guys. Until we come your way again, guys, have a wonderful new year. Happy New Year to you all. Hopefully we have a very good 2024, and good luck to the Gambia team ahead of the African Cup of Nations. Goodbye, guys.